In this video, let us study about the static and dynamic systems. Static systems are nothing but the systems with no memory, and dynamic systems are the systems with memory. That means if I give a signal x of t to a system, okay, it produces output signal y of t. And if this signal, if it depends only on the present values of the input, then we can say that as static system or memoryless system. But if this depends upon the past values of the input or the future values of the input, then they become dynamic system or the system with memory. Okay, that means if I am checking the value at t is equal to 2, it should depend upon the value x of 2. But if it is depending upon x of minus 1 or x of 3, that means now with respect to 2, see this 1, 2, 0 and minus 1. So now I want to check the value at this particular point. But if it is depending upon, okay, this value, if it is depending upon this value, that means it is depending on the future value. Okay, so if it is means if it wants the value at this particular point, then that means it is depending upon the past value. Okay, so in that cases it should possess the memory. Okay, so let us take an example. Y of t is equal to 2x of t. So in this case, okay, y of 0 is equal to 2x of 0. Y of 1 is equal to 2x of 1. Y of minus 2, that is equal to 2x of minus 2. So from all these three, I will get to know that, see, at t is equal to 0, it is depending upon 0. At minus 2, it is depending upon minus 2. So it is depending only on the present values of the input. Therefore, we can call this system as a static system. Okay. And next one, y of t is equal to x of t plus 2. This is nothing but it is the advanced version of the signal. So y of 0, it is equal to x of 2. Y of minus 1 is equal to x of 1. Y of 2 is equal to x of 4. Okay, so what happens? At t is equal to 0, it is depending upon the future value of the input. At y is equal to minus 1, once again it is depending upon the future value. Okay, and y of 2, it is depending upon x of 4. So this becomes the memory system or the dynamic system. Okay, the third example, y of t is equal to x of t minus 2. T minus 2. So at t is equal to 0, it is depending upon the previous value of the input. Y of 2, it is equal to 0. So it is again depending upon the previous value of the input. Y of minus 2, it is depending upon x of minus 4. Once again it is depending upon the past value of the input. So this is also a dynamic system. Okay. Fourth one, y of t is equal to, we can consider cos t x of t. Cos t x of t. So y of 0, that is equal to cos 0 x of 0. Y of minus 1, cos of minus 1 x of minus 1. Y of 2 is equal to cos 2 x of 2. So just put the negative value and positive value 0 and check if it is depending upon the past, future or the present value. So here you can see it is depending on the present value itself. 2, 2. Minus 1, minus 1. 0, 0. So this is the static system. So it is not depending upon the coefficient. So instead of t, if I give 2t, okay, in this case also this will be minus 2 and this one will be 4. Okay. But it is depending upon the present values of the input. Just don't see this cos or if any sine term present or exponential term present. Our main focus is on the signal x of t. Okay. So the next one, y of t is equal to e to the power x of t. In this case, y of 0 is equal to e to the power x of 0. Y of minus 1 is e to the power of x minus 1. Y of 2 is equal to e to the power of x of 2. So this is also depending upon the present values of the input. So this is also a static system. Next we will consider y of t is equal to x e to the power of t. I am taking this exponential inside now. So y of 0 is equal to x e to the power 0 x of 1. So here only the condition fails. Okay, that means at t is equal to 0, it is depending upon the future value. So I can consider this as a dynamic system. Okay, 7. Y of t is equal to cos of x of t. Cos of x of t. So y of 0 is equal to cos x of 0. Okay, it is satisfying the condition. Y of minus 1 is equal to cos of x minus 1. This is also satisfying the condition. Y of 2 is equal to cos of x of 2. So it is depending only on the present values of the input. So this is a static system. Okay, this is a static system. Now let us consider another one. We will write x of cos t. Y of t is equal to x of cos t. Y of 0 is equal to x cos 0. This is x of 1. So here once again the condition fails here. So we can say this is a dynamic system. It is depending upon the future value of the input. Okay. So y of t is equal to mod x of t. So this also depends only on the present input. Okay. Y of 0, x of 0. Y of minus 1, x of minus 1. Don't consider the mod because I am performing the operation here. Okay, so this is the static system. Y of t is equal to x mod t. See, in this case, y of 0 is equal to x of 0. Y of 1 is equal to x of 1. Okay, that is also satisfying the condition. But now if I take y of minus 1, okay, in this case, mod of minus 1, so it is x of 1. So it is depending upon the future value of the input. So this is a dynamic system. Dynamic system. Eleventh one, y of t is equal to x square root of t. Y of 0 is equal to x of 0. So it is depending upon the present. Y of 1 is equal to x of 1. This is also present. So just don't go and write that this is a static system. When I take y of 4, you can say x square root of 4. This is x2. So now this is depending upon the previous or the past value of the input. So this is a dynamic system. Okay. Twelfth one, y of t is equal to x of t plus 6. So y of 0 is equal to x of 0 plus 6. Y of minus 1 is equal to x of minus 1 plus 6. Y of 2 is equal to x of 2 plus 6. So this is also depending only on the present values of the input. So I can call this system as a static system. Okay, static system. So third one, y of t is equal to t plus 1 x of t. So sometimes the mistake happens and we will see this t plus 1 and we will write this as the dynamic system. In that case, that will be the wrong answer because see, y of 0 is equal to 1 into x of 0. Y of 1 is equal to 2 into x of 1. Okay, see, you can see this input part. This is the signal part. I have always said you that we have to see the signal part, not the coefficient part. Okay, so this is depending upon the present values of the input. So this becomes static system. Okay, but if it was t plus 1, x of t plus 1. T plus 1, x of t plus 1. In this case, this is the dynamic system. Okay, this is a dynamic system. So we saw that when we perform a scaling operation, x of at, okay, or x of t by a, if we perform this operation, this becomes dynamic system. If I perform the reversal operation on the signal, that also depends upon the y of t is equal to x of minus t, y of 0 is x of 0, but y of 1 is equal to x of minus 1, y of minus 2 is x of 2. So it is depending upon the future and the past values of the input. So this becomes the dynamic system. So if the time reversal is nothing but it is a special case of the scaling. So when you perform the scaling, the system becomes dynamic. And also if you perform the shifting, okay, x of t plus or minus t naught, then the system becomes dynamic. Okay, and you can see if the coefficient is a constant, okay, k, if it is like k, or you can have cos t, e to the power of t, okay, anything like this, it doesn't affect your static or dynamic properties, right? Because it is depending only on the signal. But if you have something like this, x of cos t, x of sin t, x of root t, okay, x of mod t, here I am performing the operations on the time variable. So these became dynamic systems. But if it was x of t, mod x of t, square root of x of t, okay, then cos of x of t, sin of x of t, tan of x of t. Here I am performing operations on the signal, but these were static systems. On time variable, it became dynamic system. Okay. So if you are adding a signal x of t plus 6, so now we have to concentrate only on the signal part. If this is the case, then this is the static system. But if it is x to 2 of t plus 6, x of t plus 2 plus 6, x of t minus 2 plus 6, in all these cases it becomes, in these three cases it becomes dynamic. This is your static system. Signal u of t, you know that it is equal to 1 for t greater than 0 and it is 0 for t less than 0. Means we were getting a signal like this for unit step function, right? So it was existing for this particular value. So now what happened, for u of t, y of t is equal to u of t, this one will be the static system. Okay, this one will be the static system. All static systems are causal systems. Because you know that the causal system, it depends, means it depends upon the past or the present values. So here, the static systems, it depends only on the present values. So we can categorize it as the causal systems. So all static systems are causal, but all causal systems are not static. Why? Because you know u of t minus 2 or whatever, if I consider x of t minus 2, what happens? It will be shifted towards right by 2 units, right? Something like this. If you have a signal, okay, like this, it will be shifted. This is x of t, but after shifting it becomes this one. So here what happens? It is depending upon the, what happens? Y of t is equal to x of t. Y of 0 is equal to x of minus 2. It is depending upon the past values of the input. Okay. So what happened? This became your dynamic system. But this is a causal system. So all static systems are causal, but all causal systems are not static. Okay. If I consider integrator minus infinity to t x of tau d tau, this will be depending upon the past values, right? So we can call this as a dynamic system. If I consider d by dt x of t plus or y of t plus y of t is equal to x of t, this also will be having memory. Okay, differentiators will be possessing the memory because it should be defined for a particular length of time, right? So this will be having a memory. So d by dt y of t, d square by dt square y of t plus d by dt y of t plus y of t is equal to 2x of t. This also possesses memory. So in case of discrete time signals, if I consider k is equal to minus infinity to n, if I consider x of k, this also has memory. Okay, this also has memory. So in case of discrete time signals, if I consider y of n is equal to x of n minus x of n minus 1, this also possesses memory. Okay, but y of n is equal to kx of n, then this has no memory, that becomes static system. Okay. So this is all about the static and dynamic systems.